Huey G here. Today I'm going to be talking about how to make some easy money in Red Dead Online. Now, an easy way to make some money in Red Dead Online I found is by selling fish. And not just any fish, I'm talking lake sturgeon. Now, lake sturgeon could be found in pretty much any lake, but they'll be most common in Flatiron Lake. And I found a spot where they spawn pretty much everywhere. And I'm going to show you in a bit. But you're going to need a few things before you get started. So here are some things you're going to need. You're going to need a fishing rod, some worm bait, and if you unlock them, lake lures. You don't have to use lake lures, but I recommend you do, because they attract the lake sturgeon quicker. But you could, of course, do this without a fishing rod. You could use, say, throwing knives or something to kill the fish, but they're going to yield some poor quality fish, so I wouldn't recommend it. So a fishing rod, if you have it. After you got all that, you're going to want to head to this location in Blackwater. It's going to be this little groove here on the map. But here, lake sturgeon will always spawn. While you're fishing, you're also going to want to use eagle eye. Eagle eye helps highlight where the lake sturgeon are, so you can aim your rod better and possibly get more strikes. So always make sure that you cast your rod where a lake sturgeon is. Otherwise, you're just going to be attracting the little fish. After you get one, when you get your first lake sturgeon, you're going to want to take this one and stow it on your horse. After you stow it on your horse, you can continue fishing for another one. Now, this is especially useful because Blackwater is right next to a lake, and there's a butcher not that far away. So go ahead and continue fishing for your second one, and once you catch it, you can go ahead and walk to the butcher to sell it. So you can see here in this little pond right here, or this little spot I should say, lake sturgeon are always going to spawn there. So this is the best spot I found in Blackwater to actually fish for lake sturgeon. But as you can see, I got my 2 fish, and now I'm just walking over to the butcher to sell them. And make sure you got your horse following you, because you'll only be able to sell them if your horse is next to the butcher. So you walk over to the butcher, and you'll be able to sell 2 lake sturgeon at once and make about $14.50 per sale. So it's pretty easy money. You could do it on your free time, but I'd be careful because Blackwater is full of players most of the time, so this might happen. So always make sure you watch your back and keep checking your map, otherwise you'll get shot in the head, just like that happened to me. That happened to me actually several times doing this, but that's the only problem with this method I've found. But the lake sturgeon will always spawn here from what I've seen, so always use your eagle eye to see where they are. And that's pretty much it. And I'd say this method will probably, if you do it for a long time, you could rack up a lot of money doing this. So there you have it. Just get 2 fish at a time. Just walk over to the butcher and sell them both, and go back to fishing. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Looking to sell your wares or buy some of the finest meat to ever grace this town? Seems I buy this near